Okay guys, let's start our discussion forum for unit 5. Okay, this is for unit 5. So this is the previous unit 4 I said discussion forum, sorry, I meant written assignments. Why do I keep making these mistakes? Okay, I meant written assignments. So let's do our written assignment for unit 5. This is the previous written assignment. This is for unit 4, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's for unit 4. As you can see, we have 5 questions here. 1 2 3 4 5. Yes. Okay. And here is the multiple choice question. Okay, you can see everything that is inside. So you need to have these 2 files, okay, and you make sure they are working. Have the 2 files and make sure they are working. Okay, like run the code and see if they are working. So let me start the assignment. Let's begin. So right here, okay, let me copy from here.
In this assignment, you will again modify your quiz program from the previous assignment. You will create an abstract class called Question, modify multiple choice question to inherit from it, and add a new subclass of question called TrueFalseQuestion. This assignment will again involve cutting and pasting from existing classes. Because you are learning new features each week, you are retroactively applying those new features. In a typical programming project, you would start with the full suite of features, enabling you to reuse code in ways natural to Java and avoid cutting and pasting. First, create the new question abstract class. Open your CS1102 project in Eclipse. Select new class from the file menu. Enter the name question. Check the box for the abstract modifier. Click Finish. The new file, Question.java, should appear in the editor pane. Make sure it is also listed under Default Package in the Package Explorer pane, along with Quiz.java and MultipleChoiceQuestion.java. If you forgot to check the abstract box, add the modifier abstract to the question class. Public abstract class question.
Okay, this is very simple. I just asking us to create a new class and make sure the class is abstract. Okay, so they even show us a code example here. Okay, here is where the instruction starts. Here's where the instruction starts. Yeah, they're just giving us brief on everything that we're going to do. So we make sure that we create a class called question and make sure it's abstract. Okay, so that's very simple. Now I'm just going to copy question here. Let me copy question here and make sure that inside the same folder with the rest of the files, that is for the quiz and for the multiple choice question. Okay, so let me just do this. Where is it? Yeah. Okay, so we're inside of here, so I should make sure I create the files inside here where we have these 2 files. Okay, so it's simple. Now I'm just going to do here like this. Then Java, enter. So you are seeing I'm having this new file here, this new Java file, and they say we should make sure that the file is abstract. Okay, they showed us a code example here. So let me just copy this, then just going to paste this here. Confirm. So we are done with that step. Let me check the next step. Okay.
Add variables and methods to the question class that will be inherited by the subclasses. Copy the following from the multiple choice question class and paste them into the question class. The class variables end questions and end correct. The instance variables question and correct answer. The instance method check. The class method show results. Do not copy the constructor for multiple choice.
Okay, so let's copy this first so that we can follow along. So first of all, we need these class variables. Okay, these class variables, and they say we should copy it from here and paste inside of the question class. Okay, so let's go back here. Here is it. So we're asked to copy this. Okay, we're asked to copy this. Confirm. Then again we are still asked to copy this again. Then what again? Let me see. We have copied this and this. Then they say we should copy the check method and the show method, okay, which are inside here. So I'm going to now copy the check method. Here are the check method. Okay, I've copied the check method, yes, from here to here. Then let me paste it inside of here. Then they say we should copy the show result method. Show result method. I've copied it. Then I should paste it inside here. This import statement added automatically. I should just remove it. Let me add the import statement, because since we are using this J, so I'll just come here and add the import statement. Oh, voila. So that this would not show an error. Okay, so we have copied the three things, which are these variables here and these two methods. Let me go back and see whether we have anything.
Do not copy the constructor for multiple choice question or the instance method ask.
Okay, so they're saying we should not copy the constructor, which is this. We should not copy this or this ask method here. We have not done that, so we should not copy it. We should just leave it. Then
do not copy the constructor. The editor pane for question should now show one error at the statement in check that calls the ask method. Add an abstract declaration for the ask method. This should be inside the question class but outside all the method definitions. Abstract string ask.
Okay, they are saying we should add an abstract method string ask. Okay, so this is an abstract method for the ask. They give us a code example here. When you're adding an abstract method, this is how you add it. So you should just copy this, and they say we should put it inside of here, so it should be inside of here. Okay, inside of the question class, but not inside of any method. Okay, Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, I think I've copied it. Okay, let me just copy it. Then I should just go back. Okay, let me close this. Okay, so they are saying inside of the ask method we should include the static method. The static method asked. Okay, so we should include this so that the error should go away. But just a quick note, they didn't ask us to put this import statement though, but I'm sure if you don't, you are going to get an error. I think maybe they forgot to say that we should add it, but if you get the error you should know what the problem is, because you did not add the import statement. But by just copying and pasting this method, it automatically helps me to add the import statement, but a little bit different from this one. So but all I'm saying, this is good. Okay, so just add the import statement. They didn't say we should add it, but you should add it for the code to work. And here I've added the abstract method. Okay, so we are good to go now. Let's see the next step.
Note that this is a method declaration only, with no, because the method is abstract. It must be defined in any concrete subclasses of question. The error warning in the editor pane should disappear. The ask, call, and check will use the methods defined in the subclasses of question. Now modify the multiple choice question class to be a subclass of question.
Okay, so they're asking us to modify the what they are. Okay, let me repeat
Delete
it
from
again.
multiple choice. Now modify the multiple choice question class to be a subclass of question.
So we should modify this to be a subclass of question. Okay, and you should know this now. Please go and do a discussion forum. If you don't know this statement saying here, please you should go and do a discussion forum. You should know this. All we just have to do here is just come to this place here. It's very simple. You just come and put extend, then question. That's all. So now question is the parent class, and this is the child class. In other words, super, then sub. Okay, that is super class and the sub class. Okay, so right now let's see what they say we should do next.
Now modify the multiple choice question class to be a subclass of question.
I've already done that.
Delete from multiple choice question all the variables and methods that you pasted into question, and questions, and correct, question, correct answer, check, and show results. Do not delete the constructor or the ask method.
Okay, this is very simple. They say we should delete everything we copy and paste into the question class. Okay, so we should delete everything that we copy and paste into the question class. Why are we going to delete it inside here? Okay, so they're saying that we should just come here. Okay, inside here, that's here, inside this class. So we should delete everything we copy and paste. I can still remember that we copy and paste this, so this should go. They said we should not delete this, and we should not delete this. Okay, but we should delete this and this. Okay, so right now you're seeing what we are left is only this constructor and this ask method. Okay, there's only these two. Now by this sign here, you should know that this is overriding this abstract method here. No, I should put that back. Okay, So we are good to go. We are good to go. Let me just go back to here. We have no errors, so we are good to go. Let's see what's the next thing. They say do not delete the constructor or the ask method, and we did not delete it. So let's see the next step. Where did I stop? Do not delete. Where is it? Okay, it's here. Then I should copy from here to here. Let me just see. Oh, wait, I should copy from here. Here's where I stop now, so I should copy from here to here. Let's see.
The editor pane should show many errors, particularly in the constructor. Make multiple choice question a subclass of question using the extends keyword. Public class multiple choice question extends question.
Okay, we have already done that now. Have you done that? I think that I'm just repeating this just for people that don't know. So I'll give you a code example to use here. But we have already extended it now. As you can see here, we have done that.
Public class multiple choice question extends question. All the error warnings should disappear. Convert quiz to use question variables with multiple choice question objects. Change the type of any multiple choice question variables in the main method of quiz to question. But do not change the constructor calls used to initialize these variables. They should still be multiple choice question. Your program should still work using question variables to reference multiple choice question objects. Test it to make sure.
Okay. This part here is confusing. We have already done everything here, but they're still asking us to just change. They say the question variable. If we change this multiple choice question variable to be to refer to this question. Okay, but I think they're referring to the class. I think they're asking us to change the class, because if we go here, okay, I'm coming. Let me just try what's in my mind and see. Okay, I know that. Okay, let me see question here. So they're asking us to change this multiple choice question variable, but this is not a variable. Now this is a class, and this is the variable. And we're using this variable to, okay, I don't know, but and they said we shouldn't change this. Let me repeat the statement and see.
Change the type of any multiple choice question variables in the main method of quiz to question. But do not change the constructor calls used to initialize these variables. They should still be multiple choice question.
Okay. I think I get it now. All that's asking us to do is to just change this because why are they calling this a variable? But this is referring to a class. But I think they're referring to this, that we should change this. Yeah, I'm sure they say we should change this, and they say we should leave this the same. But they call this a variable instead of. I don't know, maybe that's a variable too, but let me just continue. Okay, now I should change this to this, and this to this. Okay. And this to this is the question. And this again to this. What? Okay. Let me just delete this. A capital Q. Okay. And they say if we're done, our code should still work exactly the same. That means it should work. That means our code should still run exactly the same. Okay. Let me test the code and see if it's going to work. Let's see.
What did you just do?
Okay, the code is working. It's working. The code is working. We are good to go. We are good to go. The code is working. But still, I don't know why they call this a variable. Sorry, Ctrl Z. Sha, this is a reference variable, so it's a reference type. I should just forget about that now. Let's continue. Okay. So what's the next step? So they say test it and make sure it's working. Yes, our program is working. Okay, they say your program should still work. Question variable is a reference type. Okay, I don't know, it says it's a reference type. It should work. Our code is working. Let's do the next step. Let me go down from here. Let me copy from here.
Next, add a new subclass of question for true/false questions. Select new -class from the file menu. Enter the name TrueFalseQuestion. Enter the superclass question. Click Finish. The new file, TrueFalseQuestion.java, should appear in the editor pane. If you did not add the superclass name, you will need to add extends question to the class. Declaration: public class TrueFalseQuestion extends question.
All that is saying that you should just create a new class. Okay, that's create a new file and make sure the class, the new file class is a child, is a child to the parent class question. What am I saying? Let me just do it so that you can understand. The same way we created that first class, this question, that's what we're going to do again. So we just need to make sure it's inside here. Okay, it's inside here. Then come here, new. What's that's this thing again? I'm coming. I want to make sure I get the name. The name is what again? The new file name. Okay, is this? Copy this and then I'll paste it. As you can see, we have a new class, okay, and it's inside here. Then we should make sure it extends question. That's a capital Q question. So it's shown an error because we are not calling this class. Okay, so just leave the error here. It's going to go away because we are not doing anything here. That's why I'm just showing this error, and we're not using the class. So this is just should be a warning, but I don't know why it's showing an error, but it's good. I understand why it's showing an error. So you don't need to worry, just leave it like this and just make sure this file, this file, this file and this file are inside the same folder. So from here to here, make sure they're inside the same folder. Then let me see.
The IDE may have already added an empty ask method because of the abstract method it found in question. It may have also added the annotation @override, which is optional and instructs the compiler to make sure the method actually does override a method in a parent class.
Okay, if you should know override now. If you did your discussion forum, there's a video, so you can still watch it to understand what they are saying about this override. But they're not saying by default it's going to override this ask method. That means I've already created a override. Let me just not confuse you. But if you go through your discussion forum, you should understand. If you did your discussion forum, you should understand what they're saying here. So, but they are not asking us to do anything. They're just explaining something to us. Where did I stop? So I should copy from here to here to here.
Add an implementation of the ask method that is specific to true/false questions. Import the JOption pane package.
Let me just do that quick before I'm going to forget. So we should import this. So this should be inside of the new file. Oh, sorry. They didn't write it well. So I'm just going to go inside of here and copy this. Then come back here. Then paste it like this. Voila. Okay. Then what do you say we should do next?
Like in ask for multiple choice question, have the new ask pose the question string repeatedly until the user provides a valid answer. In this case, valid answers are F, false, 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 and no, 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 T, true. T, true, true, Y, yes, yes. When users provide an invalid answer, display the message, invalid answer. Please enter true or false. Convert any valid answer representing true or yes to true and any valid answer representing false or no to false. Hint: convert all answers to uppercase before checking their validity.
Okay, I understand what they're saying. It's very simple. All that's just saying the same logic we apply to here. Where is it? Inside here. Okay, inside this ask. Okay, this ask, that's asking us to copy this. Okay, inside this ask here, the same logic we apply to here, so that if the user puts an incorrect an invalid answer, you should keep repeating it and telling the user to put a valid answer. Okay, so let me just copy this. Okay, let me repeat the question to make sure I don't forget anything.
Import the JOption pane package. Like in ask for multiple choice question, have the new ask pose the question string repeatedly until the user provides a valid answer. In this case, valid answers are F, false, 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 and no, no, no.
Okay, I've understood. They are saying we should make sure the valid answer are false, or F, or no, as you can see the list here. And they are saying that we should if the user puts in a invalid answer, we should give him this message. Okay, So if the user provide an invalid answer, so this message should be written. So if the user put an invalid answer, that means the user puts maybe T J O M M M M M, this should be the message you should get. Now they're saying convert any of the value return menu. Make sure
in this case,
that is
convert any valid answer representing true or yes to true and any valid answer representing false or no to false.
okay. This is very simple. That just, in other words, telling you that you should make sure the method returns true or false. Okay, after you have done the after you have implementing after you have make sure this thing knows invalid answer and valid answer, so they're just asking you to make sure it returns this or this. So if the answer is yes, you should return this. If the answer is no, you should return this. That's why they give us this code here. Okay, so let me so we have to change this from here. I have to modify this program. So let me quickly just, I've already done that, so let me just quickly copy and paste so that you guys can see. Okay, how I'm going to change it. Okay guys, okay, so I have done it. So right now, if the answer is equals to T, because right now it's going to change it to capital letter whatever the user puts, whether it's a small letter T or maybe a yes with small letter, it's going to change everything to capital letter. So I didn't need, it's not must I'm going to put that small letter T, because it's never going to be that. Okay, so it's either going to be T or Y or yes or true, and if it's any of this one, it should return true. I did the same thing here. If it is any of this, it should return false. And what if it's not at all any of this, it should just return, please put invalid answer, please your answer should be true or false. Okay, so that's just it. That's how to make sure it's working. So just quickly type this. Let me see the next step. Okay, so from here, let me copy from here to, let's say here. No, let's copy from here to here.
Add a true-false question constructor to initialize the question and correct answer strings inherited from question. Give the constructor two string parameters, question and answer. Use this to set the instance variable question using.
Okay, that's saying we should create a constructor for this class. Okay, the constructor should have two parameters, which is under string parameters, which is question and answer. This is simple. Hope you guys still remember how to create a constructor. You just need to come here. A constructor is created like this. Now you put a capital letter T, then you just put your parentheses, then so the constructor name should match the name inside the class. That's it. So that's saying should take two parameters, and the parameter should be string. So one for what? Let me see. One for question, one for question. Okay, then the the second should be for answer. So I should just copy this answer. Then let me continue.
Use this to set the instance. Give the constructor two string parameters, question and answer. Use this to set the instance variable question using the parameter question. Add the text true or false to the beginning of the question. This question equals true or false plus question.
Okay, that's saying that we use this to access this question variable in the question class. Okay, so you should know what this do now. This should not be something confusing. Okay, this code here should not be something that is going to be confusing. So they even show us how to do this. Okay, so we should just copy this and paste inside the constructor. It's very simple. Let me just do that. Sorry, I pasted it 2 times. So if you don't understand what is going on here, please do your discussion forum. This is assigning to the class it's in. So this is, since this is this true false question is extending question, so it knows everything that question has. This is referring to the what is it called, the variable, the variable question. Okay, so it's referring to this. Let me show you inside of here. It's referring to this. Then it's assigning this to it. Okay, so it's simple. This is not something that is confusing.
You could also use super.question, since the instance variable is in question. Either works. Because true-false question does not hide the instance variable in question with its own instance variable named question. Set the instance variable correct answer to only true or false based on answer. Allow the parameter answer to be any string that is considered valid by ask.
Okay. This is simple. So yeah, let's tell that we can still use super to access those variables, just like the way we access this variable using this. We can use super. Okay, which is good. And now they're saying that we should make sure the programmer or the person that is asking the question can put the valued answer, which is n dot the same valid answer that this is having. So let me just, others are saying that we should just make sure this is referring to this. Let me show you. Others are saying, which is here, they're saying that we should have something like this, if I'm not mistaken, from here, inside of here. Okay, inside of here, and we should set this answer to this to this variable here, which is correct answer. We can either use this or what do you call it, or super. Let me use super so that I can say. So you can either do this, you can just say this and put dots correct answer then equals to true. That's it. Or you can use super. Let me just use super so that we should have two different something. So just saying super dot correct answer equals to this, then what again? Okay, then super dot correct answer equals to true. Okay, so right now if what the programmer what the person that is calling this constructor, if he puts n or maybe t or maybe yes, it's acceptable, or maybe y, but all is going to be true. Okay, so we're assigning true. If you put F, N, small letter T, whatever, is going to be false. Okay, just the same, it's the same logic here now. The same logic we apply here, that's what we're applying here. Okay, so there's nothing hard here, will be confusing. Then let's see what next we're asked to do. Oh, sorry. They're asking us what should we do next here. Okay, let me just copy from here since I stopped. Where did I stop? Set, okay, set instance variable. I should copy from here.
Now add a true/false question to your quiz. Initialize a question variable using a true/false question constructor. Question equals new true/false question. Run your program and test that the following are true. It accepts only valid answers. It responds appropriately to correct and incorrect answers. It provides accurate counts of correct answers and total questions. Finally, add at least 4 more true/false questions. Finally, it accepts only valid answers. It responds appropriately to correct and incorrect answers. It provides accurate counts of correct answers and total questions. Finally, add at least 4 more true/false questions, for a total of at least 5 multiple choice questions. And 5 true/false questions. Test your program again.
Okay, they're saying that we should call the object, which is this true/false question, using this question variable. Okay, and they are saying that we should see all this should work. That means it accept only valid answers, and it makes sure that you put it tells you if you put a correct answer or you put an incorrect answer, and it provides the total number of correct answers. Okay, then finally add the last 4 more true with the total of 5. Okay, multiple of false. Okay, I think what I'm saying here. Okay.
Finally, add at least 4 more true/false questions, for a total of at least 5 multiple choice questions.
For the total of 5, and add 5 true for question. Okay, so they're just asking us to add 5 more questions. 5 more questions. That's what they're asking us to add. 5 more questions. Let me just copy this and make sure our this is working. Our what are they calling it? So inside of here, remember this should be the last statement inside your program. So I'll just come down here and paste this. This is not something hard to understand now. This question, the variable, then true or false question. Look at the question here and look at the answer. No, you can still put n. It's going to still accept n. Let me run this. Let me just do a. Okay, so the question is working, true or false. So if I put jargons, it should repeat itself. Until I put a valid answer, I can just put n, so you say correct. But we have one problem. This our code will never tell us if the answer is wrong. It will just not do anything. Let me show you.
Yes. I noticed the way my husband has been looking at something. And I can't say that.
Okay, so if I put
But you
y here,
make sure you have nothing to do.
you see he did not tell me that the answer is incorrect, and that is because of the first logic I use
You will be
in
ever coming into this house.
the check answer. Okay, in this logic here. So all I'm going to do is put this else. So if any of this is not true, I'm just going to repeat this.
And I will take care.
Let me paste it here. Confirm. Okay, let me break this down so that you see everything that's inside here. Is everything. This everything inside here, and this everything inside here. Then let's come inside here. This everything.
I am not asking you. I'm only asking a message from His Majesty. No, I'm asking you.
Okay, so I should run the program and let's try it again.
What is the issue?
Let me put A. So let me put an incorrect answer. Let me put Y. Let's see. It's incorrect. The correct answer is false, which is no. And we're having 2/6. Yes, it's working. Our program is working. It's working. The program is working. Okay. So right now they're asking us. They say we should add this question. Make sure this true or false question. Let it be 5. So we should make sure it's 5. Remember, if you add a new question, always call the check method. Okay, so if you're adding a new question, call the check method. It's very simple. If you're adding a new method, call the check method. Then what's next? Okay, let me see what they're asking us to do next. And that's it now. That's it. Okay, this is what a student will use to mark your work. Okay, so let's check all the requirements to make sure. Okay,
Does the submission include a file that defines the class quiz with a main method?
okay, so that's asking if the submission includes this file quiz, and make sure inside the quiz file, does it include the main method? Okay, so they're just asking you inside this quiz file, is that a main method? Is that this method inside this quiz file? Yes, we have it here. There is this method inside the quiz file. Let's see what's next.
Does the submission include a file that defines the abstract class question with instance method check, class method show results, and abstract method ask?
Okay, they're not asking you is there a file called this .java, then with all those things we copied, which is the check method, the show result, and the abstract method. We all have that now. Here's it. Here are the instance variables. Here's the check method, the show result, and the abstract method. Here is it. Then what is next? What's next? I'm coming. Okay, let's check the next step.
Does the submission include a file that defines the class Does the class TrueFalseQuestion implement the method ask to keep asking its question until it receives an answer of F, false, N, no, T, true, Y, or yes in any combination of upper and lower case?
Okay, this is very simple. So they're just asking us if in this, if you keep asking the question till the user puts a valid answer, okay, which is T, Y, yes, and yes, this is working, so we are good to go. Let me see the next step.
Does the class TrueFalseQuestion implement the method ask to return only true or false?
Okay, I was asking you, in this ask method that's inside this class, is it returning true or false? Okay, and here yes, we're returning true or false when we get the answer. It's either the answer is true or false, so we're going to return either true or false when the user puts an invalid answer. So we are good to go.
Does the class TrueFalseQuestion have a constructor that initializes the question and correct answer using its parameters, where the correct answer is initialized to only true or false?
Okay, that was asking us in this constructor here. Where is it? Sorry, in the constructor here. So they're asking us if we have this parameter. Yes, we have the parameter. Yes, this is working. So they're asking us that do we make sure this correct answer is assigned to true or false? That means we make sure that the answer is referring to true or false. Let me repeat the question again so that maybe you understand what I'm trying to say.
Does the main method in class quiz use the check method with both multiple choice? Does the class TrueFalseQuestion have a constructor that initializes the question and correct answer using its parameters, where the correct answer is initialized to only true or false? Does the main method in class...
So where the correct answer is initialized to only true or false, okay. So here is where they are going to pass the correct answer. Okay, so the correct answer is initialized to true or false. So it's either going to be true or false. Okay, by what the user pass here. Okay, let me see the next one.
Does the main method in class quiz use the check method with both multiple choice question and true-false question objects?
Okay, this is very simple. So they're asking you in this question here, are you having questions with multiple choice question object and questions with these true or false questions? Okay, remember you have to add these questions to make sure there are 5. Okay, then the last part.
Does the main method in class quiz report correct results using the show results method from class question?
Yes. So they're asking us in this. They're asking us in this, is it showing the result? Okay, so this is the last statement, so it's going to show the result. Is it showing the correct result, like how many questions you got and how many you fail? Is it showing? Yes, it's showing. Okay, so our code is working, we are good to go. Okay, please, if you want to keep seeing more video, please like and subscribe, share the video. Thank you. Okay, thank you guys.